Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorials. This is Kyra and we are on day 5 of our January journal prompts series that I'm doing right now. I'm taking the first 7 days and the first 7 prompts from our freebie that we listed on Facebook with a bunch of prompts for January, and I'm using them to inspire me to make these little scrap tags that you can use in your journal or as a standalone project. And today the prompt is photo, and this turned out to be one of my favorite tags personally. I went for more of like an industrial kind of grunge feeling here. So let's go ahead and jump right in with materials. To start off, you'll need the freebie that comes with today's video. It is linked down in the description box, and it's just these little tag templates here that you can use. And I printed mine on cardstock, and on the back I printed a neutral paper, and all of the papers and kits used in today's video will be linked down in the description box, along with any supplies that we have, like this distress ink. Anything that we can find we will have linked in the description box. And the kits that I'm using today include the Vintage Memories large fussy cut tags, and then these faded photos. They are like specifically like vintage items, and so I will have those kits linked in the description box as well if you would like to purchase those on Etsy and print them off and use them in today's project. And to start, I'm going to cover up the blank white on the back of my tag with some brown craft paper, go over the edges with some distress ink, and then begin kind of my assembling of my collage here. So I'm just grabbing some of my various pieces that I cut out and kind of laying them where I think they look nice. I did cut like this large sort of newspaper clipping here apart just to kind of make things fit a little bit better. We do have limited space, so I'm only going to be using a couple of items here and just kind of layering them up, going for kind of a neutral, almost like sepia toned color scheme. And then I'm taking these labels that come with the Vintage Memories kit and I'm tearing them up, and I'm going to use the kind of natural flow of the shape to cover up the eyes on a couple of my pictures. I've seen people do this before and it kind of has like a very artistic sort of grungy look to it, so I decided to go ahead and try that for this piece here. And then again, just kind of continuing on layering pieces from largest in back to smallest in front, including my January 5th little label that came with the freebie. And then I am also grabbing like this little faded photo, and I'm just going to tear it up, and that's going to give me some smaller pieces to work with so I can keep layering without covering up the layers I've already added. So just kind of going in here, and all of these pieces are printed on cardstock to give them some stability. So just so everyone knows, that's what I used. And then, you know, just keep on tearing little pieces here and there until you're happy with the way everything looks. And I did have this scrap from my scrap box with some numbers on it. You might recognize this piece if you have been watching since our January 1st tag, but anything you have on hand can work. You can use any kits that you already, possess. And if you've been watching since our January 2nd tag, you might recognize these journal pages here. And again, I will have this kit listed down below. And I found a couple of words here that had to do with like photography, so I'm going to go ahead and use a couple pieces of those. This word here might be kind of a stretch. I was sort of thinking like self-portraiture, kind of. It sort of works. Listen, I'm grasping at straws. I just had to find pieces that worked. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of those. And then I'm getting into some hardware with this piece to kind of stick with that sort of grunge feel. So I have some of these mini brads and then a couple of like charms. I don't even know like what this one is. It's like a little circle. So I'm going to add that on my little watch piece. I have a camera one. I have like a book plate, like a decorative book plate that I'm using, and a like hardware corner. So I'm going to use those to add a little bit of texture along with some of this like burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to layer some of those pieces in here to again add more texture and contrast. And I believe that these charms are from Amazon, but again, you don't have to have the exact same pieces. We have some faux hardware available in our shop that you can print out and use instead if you don't want to have to purchase actual hardware, which can be kind of expensive. So I will also link that kit down below as well. And here I am just kind of doing some pre-assembly, adding some of those brads to a couple of pieces here. And then, you know, you can always glue a couple pieces together as well that, you know, you don't want to lose. And then I'm going to begin by just starting in the back with my largest layers and then kind of working towards the front, gluing everything down and in place, adding all of my little hardware. And I am using Freebie Tag glue, which works really well for a variety of mediums, and again will be linked in our Amazon affiliate shop if you are interested. You can find that down in the description box. And as always, it's entirely normal for things to shift around or, you know, for you to change your mind while gluing things down. I certainly did. I ended up moving quite a few things around in my final process. So, you know, just lay things down where they look nice to you and don't overthink it too much. It's meant to be kind of just a fun, simple project here that you might end up, you know, repurposing again later anyway. So, you know, don't panic too much. And then once you have all of your pieces glued down, if you have any extra hardware you want to add, this will be the final step here. So like I'm adding this hardware corner, and then I'm going to just trim off anything sticking out of the edge to kind of, you know, get our tag shape back here. And then I'm going around the edges with Distress ink just to kind of pull the whole thing together and make it look fully vintage. And this is the final result here. This is definitely one of my favorite tags. So, you know, let me know what you think down in the comment, which tag has been your favorite so far. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the last few videos coming up in this series. You can find the whole playlist down in the description box if you've missed any so far. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!